Allow me to reintroduce myself. For those who know me as Yo D What's Up, I'm changing my name to Fat Black Woman on Instagram, on Twitter, on Blue Sky, or wherever it is that I am, whatever platform I'm on. For those of you who are being introduced to me, I am now Fat Black Woman, not FAT, but PHAT. And PHAT is an acronym for provocative, heightened, audacious, and transformative. And that is the name, or Fat Black Woman, is the name of a new podcast that I will be starting, and hopefully it will be launching in the coming weeks around the 1st of October, where we will be discussing everything from politics to fashion to health, all the things that concern Black women. I will get into that in the introductory episode of Fat Black Woman podcast, and will explain the impetus of that. But first, I wanted to take this time on IG to introduce the concept, to tell you a little bit about myself, to let my current followers know, never fear, Yo D What's Up is still here. It's just a new moniker. Like I said, I'm Deanna Williams, formerly Yo D What's Up, currently Fat Black Woman. I reside in Washington, D.C. I have a lot of things on my mind and a lot to say about everything that's going on. I do have an opinion. As most of you would know, opinions are like assholes. Everyone has one and they genuinely stink, and probably mine is no different, but because modern day technology has given us a platform, or several platforms, to have our opinions verbalized and heard, I'm going to take this opportunity to have my opinions verbalized and heard. You probably will not agree with all of them, for which I will not apologize, but I will encourage dialogue. I will encourage disagreement, for which I welcome, and encourage, or like I said that already, but I welcome, but I won't encourage disrespect at any juncture, in any manner. As a person, I am a Black woman. I don't know if you could tell that. I was assigned a woman at birth. I'm a real woman. I do use that terminology, not meant to insult or disparage or take away from anyone who identifies themselves as a woman. It's just how I identify myself as a woman. I am probably more conservative by the true meaning of the word conservative, in terms of I believe in two-parent household, whatever that makeup is. I just think that it adds to the balance when raising kids. I myself have no children, so again, this is only an opinion, my opinion. I have a dog and a bonus son from my husband, so I have not raised nor chick nor child, so again, just my opinion. I am fiscally conservative. I do believe in one pulling oneself up by their bootstraps, as long as they have boots. So let's not get it twisted. I am not a Christian. I am a follower of Jesus Christ. I think that Christianity, and the term of Christianity, has been blown way out of proportion and has been used to, it has been used as a weapon to condone racism and fascism and classism, and that is not what Christ, at least not what my Christ, is or was about. And true followers of Christ know that if, to whom much is given, much is expected. And I try to practice that every day, although I fall short, because as Reverend Calvin Otis Butts III would say, I am a sinner constantly being saved by grace. But I do believe in helping fellow man. But I also believe that if you give a man a fish, he eats for a day. But if you teach a man, operative word, teach a man and or woman to fish, they eat for a lifetime. So that means that you provide people who have less than you with the tools and the equipment and the knowledge that they need to be self-sustaining. And that is something that we in this country don't necessarily do. I'm not a capitalist, but I do believe in equity. I do believe that, every 5-year-old in kindergarten or whatever age it is that you are in kindergarten should have a fair shot. If one advances over the other, then that's fine, but they should at least start off at the same playing field, on the same playing field. I believe in the First Amendment. I believe that I should be able to have freedom of speech, be able to say what I want to say, whether it's hurtful to someone else. Unfortunately, that is what it is. Charlie Kirk had every right to say what it is that he wanted to say. I clearly didn't agree with it, and was not a follower or a proponent of his, but he said what he said, just like I have the right to say that I don't agree with the bigoted, racist, prejudicial, violent things that Charlie Kirk had to say, just like I have the right to say I don't agree with what anyone from Stephen A. Smith has to say, Juan Williams, Tom Brady, Charlemagne the God, whoever it is, my Aunt Jan. I have the right to disagree and to speak out on it without being prosecuted, persecuted, censored, or taken off the air. I do believe in the Second Amendment, but with some kind of I guess, guardrails. I think that we do need to have some screenings in terms of who is afforded or allowed to carry a firearm. I don't understand why AK-47s or AR-47s or whatever it is that is out there should be sold to the public. Again, that's just my opinion. I have opinions about what's going on with the government, with the three branches of government. I think they're all lame. I think that they are all just consumed with the power that they have, and they've forgotten long ago what it means or what we the people means. And I think that, there should be term limits. I think that something needs to be done about the YNs because they are out of control. I don't think that what they do, and the YNs are a special demographic, let me be clear about that. But I don't think that we should be judged, that everybody should be judged, or every black person should be judged or held accountable for what the YNs do. But I do believe that they do need to be held accountable and something needs to be done because there is a state of mind that they possess, a hopelessness, a helplessness that leads them to resort to doing and committing violent acts that, they should not even have to think about doing, whether it's for their survival or if it's a way that they need to express themselves or assert themselves in their society, in this society, because they've been told that they are less than. I think that there are ways that we can help them outside of just saying, oh, well, they've committed a violent crime at the age of 14, so now we're going to treat them as adults, as they would be consenting brains, fully formed adults in terms of they've been able to reason and provide a rational account and thoughts in terms of how and what their actions are. So that's just a little bit about me. I am a native Philadelphian. Go Birds. I lived in New York for some time, lived in Harlem. I am wearing you probably can't see it, but I'm wearing my Hampton University shirt. Hampton and Howard are playing at tomorrow at the Hampton Howard Classic. Go Pirates! I hope they win, like they have in the past few years. No shade, no shade. But I just wanted to use this time as an introductory to the new and I wouldn't say improved, but the new IG, Twitter, Blue Sky, YouTube, TikTok, Fat Black Woman podcast coming at you soon. Shameless plug, shameless plug. And welcome your feedback, welcome your call outs, your constructive criticisms, your points of views, especially if they differ from mine. Just, ask that they are